Hello, everybody. This is White Wolf, and we are going to be talking about coming into a higher service, understanding who we really are, who we want to be fully, who we want to tap into, who we want to be a part of, and how to make the world a better place. And also knowing that we have guides, that we have spirit animals, that we have stuff in place to allow us to succeed, to allow us to know that everything is a manifestation of life, and that our soul has the ability to dematerialize and rematerialize and be in a million different places simultaneously. And it's as if we're hitting the algorithm in the right way, where everything is in sync, where everything is in motion, and you're setting the miracle into motion, and you're also allowing yourself to answer the call of your life, to send signals out into the ethers to know that you want to be of service to the entire universe, and you want to be of service and follow this path and give yourself to true enlightenment, to true empowerment, to allow yourself to become the aligned seeker, and you want to find yourself once again. And knowing that service, an act of service, can mean going to the store. It could mean talking to your friend for an hour. It could mean asking that person out that you haven't really wanted to ask out, or you've been afraid to. Or maybe letting go of suppressing something that you've been suppressing for some time, and that you're able to bless people with your music, or maybe with your poetry, or your artistry. In any way, shape, or form, it is an act of service, so that you are on the journey of the service to all, and you're letting go of the journey of the service to self. It starts out that way, but once we allow ourselves to heal, once we allow ourselves to integrate, once we allow ourselves to be more grounded into deep middle Mother Gaia Earth, we allow ourselves to see that we're ready to take on the new heights of the spiritual journey, that we're here to take on new leadership, that we are trying to be the ascended master in human form, but we're trying to become the teacher in a sense, because we have been our own teacher. We have suffered our own catalysts and our suffering and our childhood trauma and all the things we're afraid to act on, and also cutting cords and reprogramming our DNA and allowing ourselves to not be bound to people, places, or things, or have attachments, or feeling like you can't let go of what you need to let go of. So if you're coming onto this live feed, this is White Wolf. Thank you for joining the live feed. This is my opening for this live. Let me know in the comments section if the internet connection is good, and you can book private sessions with me as well, 1 hour for $70. YouTube White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram White Wolf 4741, and BitChute White Wolf the Oracle 23_@symbol. So when we're coming into a higher service, we're actually seeing what we can do, how we can manifest, how we're able to channel our energy in a more abundant way, in a more selfless way. And we're trying to understand that we're able to rationalize and also intentionalize in a much different way, because we're embracing that we can take our soul anywhere we want to. We can take our intention anywhere we want to. We can take ourselves to many different places all at once. We can be everything, everywhere, all at once if we really want to be. But we have to believe, and we have to know it, and we have to see past the distortions and all of the bumps in the road that we have in our journey. So a lot of us are coming into a higher service, and our lives are a lot different. Our personalities have changed, and it's developing that routine, but it's also knowing that the training comes organically, the practicing comes organically. And at the end of the day, you'll be thrusted into situations, places, or things, or relationships that will allow you to garner a lot of wisdom, a lot of unity, a lot of understanding. So we allow ourselves to see, and I do look at your guys' comments, by the way. It's White Wolf because that's a Native American guide. I hope you guys know that. So, and it's really letting go of the human conditioning, the human suffering, and also having this inner separation of what is real and what is not. Now, what most people think isn't real is the more abundant way to live life, an abundant way to manifest, a way that you can channel your energy and send that love and send that light out into the ethers, because you're calling back to your own inner vortex. You're calling back to your own inner realm. You're calling back to the inner God that you have forgotten about. And then it develops self-remembrance. So you're developing this self-remembrance because you're finally knowing yourself, accepting yourself, knowing that you're the awareness that penetrates the lack, the condemnation, the judgment, the bigotry that's in this world and the negativity. And we allow ourselves to penetrate that because we allow ourselves to shine even brighter, because you're taking more risks, you're making more actions, you're generating different causes which are generating different effects, and you're subtracting, adding in. But then you're also using a way to assume, knowing that it is already there, that has already happened, and that it is happening, and it's an ongoing progression of psychic atomic energy. So when you allow yourself to, in times where you get nervous, and trust your talents in changing times. So you have to trust yourself, you have to accept yourself, and then you have to know yourself fully. And then once you do that, you're able to roll with the punches, you're able to roll the dice to see where it lands, and you're able to see that nothing is not attainable. A lot of people think that they think things. A lot of people think that their emotions dictate how they feel, and that they should always lash out at their emotions. They think losing their job was the worst thing that ever happened to them. They think the breakup was the worst thing that ever happened to them. But maybe it was the best thing because it initiated you into more beauty. So if we see everything as service, as it is serving us, but also as a form of transformation and initiation to where it puts us on the path and gives us a different direction. It's kind of like going through a video game that has different avenues. You may have gone about the experience or the story or the missions the same way, and the story is the same and it ends the same, but maybe there was different ways that you went about it. So you allow yourself to see, like, okay, I went this direction because it was more abundant and I didn't have to go through this harder difficulty that I was maintaining. So you allow yourself to maintain an enlightened awareness. So life is like a video game because you're able to see that the hard difficulty or different avenues or different sections of the game have not been learned or attained or understood yet. So you could have gone about life the way that you wanted to go about it, but then you did something that generated this domino effect. And you realize simultaneity. You realize that I can dematerialize and rematerialize everything in my existence. And I can simultaneously put myself there. Just because I'm in South Carolina does not mean I can't be in Dubai if I wanted to. So if you want to manifest everything in your life, you have to place yourself there. But also you have to place yourself there, but you have to experience it. You have to know what the sensations are. And then that will allow you to be of service to a greater degree because you've been there, you've done it, but also there's a maturation of your soul to where you're able to relay and to discern and to allow someone else to be the embodiment of healing so that we can all heal together. And once we heal together, we allow ourselves to develop a sense of unity, that it's not just one person succeeding, that we're all succeeding, that there are no winners or losers. There isn't a competitive match because we're all in this together. So we're all in this together, and we're able to understand that the past lifetimes that were not good, in a good nature, of a good resonance, are coming into balance with the lifetimes that were of a good resonance. And then you develop spirit guides, you develop angels and spirit animals and higher frequencies that you access that tell you greater ways of understanding, and also tapping into beings that visit you at night that allow you to see what you really are. And they also reprogram you and help you with different stages of your journey, like with your ear chakras and your pineal gland, and all of the galactic chakras that are inside of our body too, the 33 vertebrae and the spine. It all has meaning and structure. So you have to see that everything has meaning and has structure and has origin, and that we are made of that sacred geometry. We are made of that divine essence. So a lot of us are having dreams. So if you want to try to remember stuff, I want you to make a God box. So you have this God box, and it's kind of like the ball of energy analogy where you send everything to the sun. And this will allow you to shapeshift, because shapeshifters are a shamanic soul. So shapeshifters embody a spirit animal and a human and a consciousness that's from another realm. So they can be many different things and are able to reshape and take the form of anything that they want to take form of. So when you're a shapeshifter as an entity of love and light, you have to give yourself a God box. You can place everything into this box. You can whisper into this box. You can shout on the rooftops into this box. You can activate the box with energy, with your telepathy, with all of your psychic gifts. But once you speak into this box and close it, and you are able to generate more than a vortex, generate more than a realm. But it could be just words. It could be prayers. It could be poems. It could be promises. It could be the affirmation, I am. But once you put it in that box, it cannot be taken away from you. That means that the power has been installed within your hard drive. That means the power is there. The power is always there. And the power cannot be taken away from you. So you can call this your God box. I remember when I was younger, I had a heart-shaped box that had flowers on it. And I remember my aunt said to speak into it. If you are angry about something, if you want to manifest something, she didn't say those exact words, but you get my gist, that basically what they were simulating at that time without me being awakened was that you could speak into it. You can give your frustrations. You can let it all out and allow it to be metaphysical therapy. And once it's out, once it's there, it cannot go away. It can't be taken from you. It can't be put on a shelf. So realizing that you're the God box, that's all it's trying to represent to you. That's the only word picture that's trying to give you. So you're the God that's in the box, and you need to step outside of the box and come out and shine with everybody and develop a way to cut cords, a way to reprogram your DNA, a way to collapse timelines. So this God box is allowing you to put everything that you don't like in your life to manifest and to generate and to emit and speak about the things that you do like, which will allow you, if you want to be of greater service. But this is an analogy that will give everybody the sense that it's time for us to get outside of the box, to get outside of the revolving door, to collapse the timelines and cut cords between people, places, and things that are binding us to certain things. And I'm going to say something that might come off really weird, but they want me to say it. It's like every partner that you've ever had. If you've had, sexual energy is energy. So if you don't cut those cords, then you will start acting like those people. If you keep attracting those relationships with certain types of people, you will always have reflections and situations and circumstances like those people. So it's like you have to cut the cords with your family. You have to cut the cords with your job. You have to cut the cords with everything. So you're always cutting these cords so that you're plugging yourself in to a unit that is charging your electromagnetic kinetic source energy. So you're unplugging that stale program that's on your MacBook. And every time that you try to restart it, every time you try to update it, it doesn't seem to work. So that's what happens when we're like severing ties and we're cutting cords. What we're doing is that we're plugging ourselves back in. But we've been plugged in to a program or a TV that has been of a distorted, negative, evil sense. And a lot of people will think this is mumbo jumbo and think that I'm just talking out of my ass, which it's okay. Because I like doing that. Because it allows you to be truthful. It allows you to see that my energy is my energy. My service is my service. My love is my love to give. And my labor is my love. So if I have the ability to make the world a better place, why would I suppress myself from doing that? If I have inventions that need to be invented that could help the greater course of humanity, why would I suppress that? And it's just seeing like all the reasons why you would not be of service to the divine, to your journey, and to others. Because at the end of the day, it's the people that make us great. It's the people that watch our live feeds that make us great. The people that are participants, the people that show up to their life as if they're meant to be there. Those are the people that are really special, that are genuine. The clients that I've had, that has blessed me more than going live here. Now, going live has blessed me in immense, beautiful ways, but it's the recipients of energy that allow us to use our telepathic powers and allows us to connect with one another. But it's like we're not connecting with one consciousness. We're connecting to the universal love of consciousness. And that is what the service and how beautiful it can really be. So I know that I've been talking a lot, and I also have cards to show you guys, and also there will be a meditation as well. So if you want to take part in a meditation as well, it is 30 degrees out here. I'm bundled up and I'm very cold. So just know that when you're of a higher service, you have a higher council, like the Galactic Federation of Light and like Ashgar Command. These extraterrestrials, our guides, our higher self, are spirit animals. Like the Black Panther stands for ayahuasca. A dog stands for loyalty and respect. A horse is about freedom. So we all have these guides and higher self to guide us and to formulate and to create a method to go about our own experience, to generate a new experience. So sometimes it's like the way to face yourself is to accept yourself. The way to get past all of the faces on the wall that are trying to tell you how to be, that are trying to tell you who you are, that are speaking these things that are not true. And it could be yourself, but it could also be other people. It could be a place that you've been. And you just have to keep moving forward at the end of the day and stay in your own lane and allow yourself to follow your divinity. So I feel like at the end of the day, when you focus on your intention, when you focus on your meditation, when you focus on how you say things, how you react to things, how you go about things, and also getting rid of the patterns and the timelines that are intersecting and interwoven, then you change the train track so that it can go in a different formation, in a different flow, in a different direction altogether. So you're always in a million different places all at once. So that's why your soul is trying to come back into balance, because there's 12 aspects of you, the monad, the I am presence. So your soul's in a million different places at once and activating this and experiencing that. And so sometimes you need to give your soul to the right here and the right now. The in-between does not allow us to create the future that we want. And looking back in the past does not allow us to be present in the here and the now. It doesn't allow us to create that in-between times are some of the worst. When you know you're on the cuff of something, you know you're at the manifestation of something, the generation of something, and it just hasn't got there yet. It's like you've almost reeled in the fish. You almost have it, but it hasn't come to the surface yet. That's how we develop patience. That's how we have patience with others and compassion, and we don't allow others to keep perpetuating the cycle. So, I have some cards here. So I want you guys to see these cards, and I want you to see if you resonate with them. So I'm going to start with this one. Okay, this is what I was talking about, the God box. I hope you guys can see that. So if any of these cards resonate with you, also you can book a private session and also get a card reading with me and healing activations, codes, downloads. Let me know if the connection is good as well. This is your God box. So I hope you guys can see that. So, write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that put into a special container called a God box, as a way of letting go, allowing the divine to help you. So, when you become the God box, you allow the divine to take care of you. You allow all your worries, and you allow yourself to let go, and you allow yourself to be excited that you don't have to live in suffering, and you don't have to live in childhood trauma, and you don't have to keep having toxic relationships, and you don't have to keep perpetuating the toxic cycle anymore. And you don't have to be a part of that growing affirmation that I have to be stuck at one point, that I can have whatever I want, that I can live the life of my dreams, and that I can be my own God box. And I'm willing to step outside of the box and step on a lot of toes and make my own rules and make my own way. So that's what's beautiful about that. So if any of these cards resonate with you, is this animal power? So look at these cards, and if they resonate with you, if it doesn't, take what resonates and what doesn't. Take what resonates and what doesn't. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with a situation. So if you want to have a lot of clearing energy, call in the Black Panther. If you want to be a leader of free will, call in the Horse. If you want to hibernate for a little bit and do a lot of shadow work, I'm just hearing the Turtle will allow you to do that as well, because you'll be able to be in your shell and you'll be able to integrate and to have a lot of cords to be cut out of you, and also allow yourself to expand upon who you are and resonate from the 8th dimension. So if there's animals that you want to connect with, I have a cat who's very psychic. I remember there was a lot of times where I had my cat and I would have my cat lay on my chest, and the cat would give me a lot of healing, and I would cry a lot when I would hold the cat. They'd tell me to go hold the cat. I'd literally leave my girlfriend's bedroom and I'd hold the cat for a little bit. So don't be afraid to hold the kitty or a dog or whatever. So also, be willing to forgive. This is a big thing when we're being called to a higher service. If we're unwilling to forgive, then we're unwilling to let go. And if we're not willing to expand, then we're not willing to grow, and we're not willing to heal, and we're not willing to have those energetic bondages broken. So being willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and your body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. So this could be an affirmation that you could use for yourself. So like every day that you clear your mind, you clear your body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. Because you can have a lot of money, you can have cars, you can have a lot of relationships, you can have friends, but if you don't have peace at the end of the day, then what kind of life are you living? You can have 2 jobs, you can have 3 jobs, you could be doing something, traveling the world, but if, at the end of the day, if you don't have peace of mind, peace of body, and peace of spirit, then it's not going to recalibrate and it's not going to be balanced. So just because people are busy doesn't mean they're at peace. Doesn't mean that they're living an abundant life. because somebody could be poor and they have 3 children and they have what they have and they're very grateful for it. If we don't have gratitude and gratefulness and appreciation here and now, then we can't be of higher service to people, because then we're not going to be able to teach that, because then we'll put our own foot in our own mouth, right? So we'll kind of wreck ourselves before we check ourselves. Ice Cube was very, very right on that. It's a great song, by the way. And also, Today Was a Good Day. That's a great song too, but that's a beautiful way to start out your day. Today was a good day. But also, you can take it a step further, and I'm not just going to have a good day, I'm going to have a great day. So Ice Cube was spiritually divine, believe it or not. Workshops and seminars and speeches. So this is what we're coming into. A lot of us are going to gain large followings. We're going to be able to heal people in a different way, like Joan of Arc, like Notre Dame, and like Jesus. But these people didn't get to live long enough to be of service to people in a big way in the new age that we are in the age of information, in the age of technology, in the age where we have this phone that I'm conducting this video and this live right now, and we're able to have a workshop, or we're able to have like community and things of that nature. Attending and giving speeches is a part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. So learning and teaching goes very much hand in hand. If we're not willing to listen, if we're not willing to be receptive, if we're not willing to heal, or if we're not willing to change our patterns, our distortions, also our negativity. So it's like the Apostle Paul would walk around people and they would be instantaneously healed. There's another Dr. Rodney King. He touches people and they're slain in the spirit. And I know it's a different dynamic, but it's still energy and it's still truth. So there have been people who have invented, a guy who invented a machine to cure cancer, but the government, took it away and destroyed it. So it's knowing that there's so many things that we can do, and it's not just light workers. It's not just light workers, but it's everybody. And sometimes there's people who don't agree with it or they don't resonate with it, and that's okay. But the people, the prophets that are coming to you are going to, be the ones that you relate to, that you resonate with. And also they'll resonate with you. And it's like, if you just wanted to start a YouTube channel, that's what I've been doing and trying to get subscribers. And it's not really just getting a following, but you have to get a following because you want to help people in a greater way. So a lot of people will make that a negative thing. I don't think it is. So, here we go. If you're nervous, focus on service. And this is what led the live feed itself. And I'm kind of covering that up. So put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. We always focus on our wants. We always focus on worry. We focus on stress. We focus on not thinking properly. Because we think, but then we're not really thinking for ourselves, and everybody's trying to tell us, you're not doing this right in your life, I'm going to judge you for that. You have an open relationship. What is wrong with you? Your life is your life. Your service is your service. Your love is your love. And there's nobody, no place, no thing, no religion. It is only in the relaxation and the quieting and the peace of heart and mind and spirit. And also just following your heart and following your path and your journey, and knowing at the end of the day, you are a prophet. You're living your prophecy, and you're stepping into that gateway, and you have to walk through a lot of different things that will ultimately lead to healing, lead to worthiness, lead to relationships, lead to conducting ceremonies, and you realize you can't go back. But the very fact that you showed up to your life and knowing that you're special, you're divine, and you're perfect. And in the testing, it's not being tested in a negative sense, but it's being tested on your faith, on your integrity, of your honor and your dignity, and how you carry the sacred flame of creation. So now we're going to do a meditation. So feel free to share out, feel free to book a private session. Also, White Wolf the Oracle, YouTube, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute White Wolf the Oracle 23_@symbol. Everybody take a deep breath. Know who you are once again. Know that with great power comes great responsibility. That we hold ourselves accountable. That we hold ourselves to a new standard so that we can be the example of the blessing. And knowing that by being the teacher, that you are always the learner as well. But you allow yourself to have clear vision, understanding that you have an endless supply, that you have supernatural provision, that you are the God box. And sometimes it's just stepping outside of that box and realizing that when you don't need the box anymore to figure out who you are, that you can finally join the rest of the universe. That you will have strength, that you will have dictation, that you will have continuity, that you will be able to encompass that spiritual mass that sometimes is hard to embrace because it's so powerful. The light of awareness is so powerful that if God's source energy just stopped, it would all just be a great flash of light and there would be nothing. There would be 0-point creation. But the world is never going to end because you are the world and you're infinitesimally infinite. You have been on the path since you incarnated here. You went through the veil of amnesia, and then you remembered, and then you seeked, and then you manifested, and then you got in tune with your emotions, and you put it in a system. You sacrificed everything. You know everything was going to cost you. But it was costing you all the things that were limiting you. You sacrificed your lies. You sacrificed your image. You sacrificed everything to get to this point here, today, tonight, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are at. And you deconstructed the myth that this is all woo-woo, that this is all fake, that this is all not truth. That you know 100% for sure that this is what you want. On the spiritual journey, it's as if we're being pulled into a vacuum. Kind of like in the Marvel movies when they're showing us images of the multiverses, generating illusions, opening different portals and gateways. But the spiritual journey is like being sucked through a vacuum, through a big gigantic portal. And there is light, and there is abundance, and there is the cosmos. And as we're being sucked through that, we're experiencing everything all at once, being a part of this simultaneous energy. And it's just pulling us back to what we once were. And sometimes it's in a flash. It's in a blink of an eye. And then suddenly, we're changed forever. We're transformed. That we have developed this luminosity, which luminosity is being able to be seen from a great distance, far, far, far away. Through this phone, we're able to access that luminosity. Sacred geometry, different realms, different ways to love, different ways to dematerialize and rematerialize, and to appear and to observe the observer who knows itself once again. That we are effortlessly timeless. That we are not based in linearity. But we're in the realm where we create space so that we create differently. And a lot of you are having visions. A lot of you are seeing things. You're seeing your spirit animals. You're seeing your guides. You're seeing the future. You're seeing how the world is changing drastically to this understanding. But the time is now. The time is to be complete, to be whole, to be bold, and to be brave. To share so much to where it looks annoying, where your confidence is perceived as arrogance. The way that you think seems irrational. The way that you manifest is spectacular. The way that you love is compassionate. the way that you tap in is aligned. That you are a living, breathing affirmation. That you are the beginning and the beginning of the end, becoming that aqua flow of God source energy. Everyone take a deep breath. And so it is. Thank you all for being a part of this live. I appreciate everybody who was on. I hope the internet connection was pretty much good. And also, you guys can book a private session with me anytime, 1 hour for $70. You can find me on YouTube, White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram, whitewolf4741, BitChute, whitewolftheoracle23_@. I hope that blessed you. Thank you for attending. Thank you for showing up for your life. Also, just thank you for listening, because that's what makes all of this worthwhile and special and beautiful in its own right. So, I want to thank you guys so much. It is 30 degrees out here. It is really, really cold out here. I got a vest, I got a hoodie on, hat. I've had to wear a hat on almost all my lives. I don't always wear a hat, but I do like wearing hats. It's just so easy. It's so easy just to put on the hat. It's a little lazy, but sometimes when it's really cold, you can't help it, you know. But hats are a new wave, you know, in this day and age, you know, so. But I want to thank you guys for letting me be of service to you. I hope these cards, and these are angel therapy cards. They're from Doreen Virtue. She had some of the best cards, even though I think she went off the rails a bit, but she had some of the best cards. And whatever wants to come out of you, cards, poetry, love, blessings, creation, energy, your telepathy, if any way that you can be of service to your children, to your wife, to your brothers, sisters, also to your job, if you're meant to quit your job and then go to another job. So be of service in your way. Be that beacon of love in your way. And I hope that you were blessed by this. Thank you guys so much. Book private sessions as well. This is White Wolf. God bless. Namaste. Also YouTube, White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute, White Wolf the Oracle 23_@. So thank you guys so much. God bless. And namaste.